Welcome to a journey of transformation, a journey towards the most empowering destination, self-reliance. In our lives, we often stand at crossroads where the easy path often leads us to depend on others, be it in decision-making, emotional support, or even in our daily tasks. But today, let us explore a path less traveled, yet immensely rewarding, the path of self-reliance. Self-reliance is not just a virtue, it's a way of life. It's about trusting in your own abilities, making decisions that align with your values, and taking charge of your life's direction. It's about understanding that while others can guide us or offer support, the true power to change our lives lies within us. In the words of a wise philosopher, the greatest gift you can give somebody is the space to be his or herself without the threat of you leaving. This concept extends to ourselves as well, giving ourselves the space to grow, to make mistakes, and to learn from them without relying excessively on others. As we embark on this discussion, I encourage you to reflect on your own life. Consider the times you've leaned on others and ask yourself, could I have taken a different path? Could I have used those moments to strengthen my own resolve and capabilities? Today, we will explore how shifting from dependency to self-reliance not only enhances our personal growth, but also leads us to a life of fulfillment and unprecedented success. Let us delve into this empowering journey together. In our pursuit of success and fulfillment, we often find ourselves leaning on others for advice, for support, for decisions. It seems natural, doesn't it, to seek guidance from those around us. However, there's a fine line between seeking guidance and becoming dependent. Dependency, while it may offer comfort, is a treacherous path that can subtly erode our own strength and capability. Imagine a young sapling constantly shielded by an older, sturdier tree. While the older tree offers protection, the sapling never really feels the strength of the wind. It doesn't learn to stand firm and grow its roots deep into the earth. The moment the older tree is gone, the sapling, unaccustomed to the harshness of the environment, struggles to survive. Similarly, when we depend too much on others, we deprive ourselves of the experiences that foster growth and resilience. Consider this: every time we let someone else make decisions for us, we miss an opportunity to learn from our own choices. Whether those choices lead to success or failure, each one is a precious lesson in the school of life. Dependency breeds a cycle of reliance that can be hard to break. It's like sitting in the passenger seat of a car, going wherever the driver takes you, without ever learning to take the wheel yourself. Let's not forget, dependency also affects our self-esteem. It subtly whispers that we are not capable enough, not strong enough, or not wise enough to handle our own affairs. This can lead to a lack of confidence, which further perpetuates the cycle of dependency. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy where the less we trust in our abilities, the more we depend on others, and the less we end up believing in ourselves. Moreover, when we're dependent on others, we're at the mercy of their whims, their decisions, and their interpretations of what's best for us. This can lead us down a path that might not align with our own values or aspirations. We become actors playing a role in someone else's story, rather than the authors of our own lives. But it's not just about losing control over our lives. Dependency can strain relationships too. When we lean too heavily on others, we may unintentionally become a burden, and this can lead to resentment over time. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect and independence, not dependency. In conclusion, while it's important to have support and guidance, we must be wary of the pitfalls of dependency. It's a subtle trap that can stifle our personal growth, diminish our self-esteem, and lead us away from our true path. The key is to seek advice, but not at the expense of our own decision-making power, to lean on others but not lose our own balance, to remember that the ultimate strength lies within us waiting to be harnessed. Embracing change as a catalyst for growth. In our exploration of self-reliance and independence, an essential element we must consider is the role of change. Change, often feared and resisted, is in fact a powerful catalyst for growth and self-discovery. It is in the crucible of change that our true strength and resilience are forged. Consider for a moment the nature of life itself. It is a series of changes, a continuous flow of evolving circumstances. To resist change is like trying to hold back the tide with your hands. Not only is it futile, but it also prevents you from experiencing the fullness of life. Embracing change, therefore, is not just a strategy. It's a necessity for those seeking to cultivate self-reliance. One of the greatest fears we face with change is the fear of failure. What if things don't work out? What if we make a mistake? But let me share a different perspective. What if failure is not the opposite of success, but a part of it? Every significant achievement in history was built on a foundation of past failures. These failures are invaluable lessons, guiding us towards our goals with greater wisdom and experience. When you embrace change and accept the risk of failure, you open yourself to a world of possibilities. Change also challenges our comfort zones. It pushes us to explore new horizons, to learn new skills, and to adapt to new environments. This is where growth happens. Think of a seed. It must break through its shell and reach out into the unknown soil to grow. Similarly, we must break out of our comfort zones to reach our full potential. Embracing change means embracing growth. In the realm of personal relationships, change can be particularly challenging. As we evolve and grow, our relationships might need to evolve. This doesn't mean abandoning old relationships, but rather understanding that as we become more self-reliant, our relationships can become healthier and more balanced. We learn to offer support without becoming enablers, to receive help without becoming dependent. This balance is crucial in fostering relationships that are nurturing and empowering. Financially, embracing change often means taking calculated risks. It might mean investing in your education, starting a business, or changing your career path. While these decisions can be daunting, they are often necessary steps towards financial independence and stability. Remember, the greatest financial investments you can make are in yourself and your capabilities. Moreover, embracing change is about being proactive rather than reactive. It's about making things happen, not just letting them happen to you. It's about setting the sails of your ship to catch the winds of change, steering your course rather than being adrift. When you take control of change, you take control of your destiny. However, embracing change is not just about taking action. It's also about cultivating a mindset of openness and flexibility. It's about letting go of rigid expectations and embracing the journey with curiosity and optimism. It's understanding that the path to our goals may not be linear, but it's within this non-linearity that we often find our greatest lessons and joy. In conclusion, embracing change as a catalyst for growth is a fundamental aspect of developing self-reliance and independence. It's about seeing change not as a threat, but as an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to become the best version of ourselves. As we journey through life, let us embrace change with open arms, with a spirit of adventure, and with the confidence that it is leading us towards a richer, more fulfilling life. In the tapestry of history, there are countless stories of individuals who embraced self-reliance, carving their names into the annals of time, not because they were born great, but because they made themselves so. These stories are not just tales of the past. They are beacons guiding us towards the power of self-reliance. Take, for example, the story of a young inventor born in a humble village without access to the grand libraries and institutions of learning. This young man, with a burning curiosity and an unyielding spirit, turned his modest home into a laboratory of dreams. He relied not on the expertise of others, but on his own experiments, his own failures and successes. Through his self-taught knowledge, he brought forth inventions that changed the course of history. This inventor's journey reminds us that knowledge and wisdom are not just inherited or given. They are often self-crafted. Or consider the story of a woman who rose in a time when the society around her saw women as little more than ornaments or caretakers. She, however, saw herself as a leader and innovator, a visionary. With no mentors or guides to lead her, she relied on her own intellect, her own resolve. She built a business empire that not only broke gender barriers, but also reshaped an industry. Her story is a testament to the fact that the barriers society places before us are often no match for the strength that lies within us. There's also the tale of a young writer who, in the face of rejection after rejection, never gave up on his dream. He didn't wait for a publisher to validate his work. He believed in the power of his words. His self-reliance led him to publish his work on his own, eventually gaining recognition and becoming one of the most celebrated authors of his time. His journey teaches us that approval from others is not a prerequisite for success. Belief in oneself is. These stories and countless others like them show us that self-reliance is not just a principle. It's a powerful force. It's about believing in your ability to learn, to grow, to overcome. It's about understanding that while the world may offer tools and opportunities, the true architect of your destiny is you. In embracing self-reliance, these historical figures did not just achieve their goals. They redefined what was possible. They remind us that the most powerful resource we have is not external, it's within us. It's the resilience of the human spirit, the yielding drive to learn, to adapt, and to triumph. The power of personal responsibility in the grand theater of life, where each of us plays a unique role. There's a concept that stands as a cornerstone of success and fulfillment: personal responsibility. It's a powerful principle, often overlooked, yet it holds the key to unlocking our greatest potential. Personal responsibility is about acknowledging that we are the architects of our own destiny. It's the realization that our choices, our actions, and even our thoughts shape the path we walk. When we embrace personal responsibility, we no longer look outside for excuses or blame. Instead, we look within for solutions and strength. Consider the story of a young athlete whose early life was marked by challenges and setbacks. Growing up, he faced more defeats than victories, more criticism than praise. Yet instead of blaming his circumstances, his coaches, or his teammates, he took personal responsibility. He understood that his future in sports was not determined by external factors, but by his own dedication and effort. Day after day, he trained not just his body, but his mind as well, to focus on improvement, to learn from each failure. His journey of self-improvement led him not only to championships, but also to becoming a symbol of perseverance and determination. Or reflect upon the life of a visionary entrepreneur who started with nothing but a dream. In her journey, there were numerous obstacles, financial constraints, skepticism from others, and countless failures. Yet she never wavered in her resolve. She took responsibility for her dream, understanding that its realization depended solely on her efforts. Her unwavering commitment turned a small idea into a revolutionary business, inspiring millions. These stories illustrate that when we take personal responsibility, we empower ourselves. We transform from being passive observers of our lives to active participants. We begin to see challenges not as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities to learn, grow, and prove our mettle. Personal responsibility also teaches us to find our inner strength. It reminds us that while we can't control every aspect of our lives, we can control how we respond to them. We can choose to respond with resilience, with optimism, and with an unyielding spirit. In embracing personal responsibility, we also embrace freedom, the freedom to create, to change, to influence. It liberates us from the shackles of dependency and excuses. It's a declaration that our fate is in our hands, that our dreams are achievable, and that our efforts matter. In conclusion, the power of personal responsibility is not just in accepting our role in our successes and failures. It's in recognizing that this very acceptance is the first step towards a life of achievement and fulfillment. It's a journey of empowerment where each step, each decision, brings us closer to realizing our true potential. In this journey we call life, one of the most empowering quests we undertake is the development of self-reliance. It's a path that requires not just thought, but action. Not just intention, but practice. Let's explore some practical strategies that can guide us in cultivating this invaluable trait. Firstly, embracing self-education is paramount. The world is a vast reservoir of knowledge, and the pursuit of learning is a pursuit of self-reliance. It's not just about formal education, but about a continuous, lifelong quest for knowledge. Read books, listen to podcasts, engage in conversations that challenge your thinking. The more you know, the more equipped you are to make informed decisions and trust your own judgment. Another key strategy is to practice decision-making. Every day, we're faced with decisions, some trivial, some significant. Seize these moments as opportunities to trust your instincts and make choices independently. Start with small decisions. What to eat for breakfast, how to organize your day, and gradually take on more significant ones. Each decision strengthens your confidence in your own judgment. Setting personal goals is also crucial. These goals act as beacons, guiding your journey of self-reliance. They provide a sense of direction and purpose. When you set goals, you take responsibility for your future. You shift from a passive receiver of life's whims to an active pursuer of your own destiny. Remember to make these goals specific, measurable, and achievable. As you reach each milestone, you'll find your self-reliance growing. Learning to enjoy your own company is another vital aspect. In solitude, you discover your true self, your passions, and your inner voice. Spend time alone. Engage in activities that you enjoy and reflect on your experiences and beliefs. This self-reflection is a cornerstone of self-reliance, as it helps you understand your own values and desires. Furthermore, cultivating resilience is essential. The road to self-reliance is paved with challenges and setbacks. Instead of viewing these as failures, see them as lessons. Resilience is not about avoiding failure. It's about learning to bounce back, to adapt, and to persevere. Each challenge you overcome is a step towards greater self-reliance. Lastly, remember to celebrate your successes, no matter how small. Acknowledging your achievements reinforces your belief in your abilities. It's a reminder that you are capable, competent, and on the right path. In summary, developing self-reliance is a journey of embracing knowledge, practicing decision-making, setting personal goals, enjoying solitude, cultivating resilience, and celebrating your achievement. It's about trusting in your abilities and taking control of your life. As you implement these strategies, you'll find yourself moving steadily towards a life of independence and self-assuredness. In our quest for self-reliance and independence, it's inevitable that we'll encounter challenges. These hurdles, though daunting, are not insurmountable. They are, in fact, vital parts of the journey, teaching us resilience, strength, and the true value of our ambition. One of the first challenges many of us face is the fear of the unknown. Stepping out of our comfort zones, making decisions without a safety net, can be terrifying. But remember, growth and comfort seldom ride the same horse. Embrace the unknown as an adventure, a chance to learn and to grow. Every great explorer, every pioneer has faced this fear. They overcame it not by eradicating fear, but by learning to move forward despite it. Another common obstacle is the temptation to revert to old habits of dependency. It's easy to fall back on others when the going gets tough. But here's where you need to remember why you started this journey. Remind yourself of your goals, your dreams, and your potential. When you feel the urge to lean on someone else, pause and ask yourself, is this truly helping me grow? Independence is like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. Criticism and skepticism from others can also be challenging. When you choose a path of self-reliance, not everyone will understand or support your decision. Some might doubt your abilities, question your choices. It's important to differentiate between constructive feedback and mere negativity. Listen, reflect, but ultimately trust your own judgment. Remember, the people who made history were not those who followed the crowd, but those who dared to listen to their own hearts and minds. Financial constraints often pose a significant challenge as well. Building independence often means taking financial risks or making sacrifices. This is where prudent planning and resourcefulness come into play. Budget wisely, invest in your skills, and remember that some of the most successful ventures started with limited resources. Your creativity and determination are your greatest assets. Finally, the challenge of maintaining persistence and motivation cannot be overlooked. There will be days when your goals seem too far, your efforts futile. In these moments, it's crucial to remind yourself of your progress, no matter how small. Celebrate your victories, learn from your setbacks, and keep your eyes on the prize. The road to independence is a marathon, not a sprint. In conclusion, the path to independence is lined with challenges, but each challenge is an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more capable. Face these challenges with courage, with determination, and with the knowledge that they are but stepping stones on your journey to a life of self-reliance and independence.